You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
It has been an emotional day in the rugby world, with both heartbreaking news from South Africa and pressing challenges in Wales. First, the rugby community is mourning the sudden passing of former Springbok fullback Bevan Fortuin at the age of just 46. His death was announced after he reportedly suffered a heart attack before training with the Northam Rhinos Rugby Club, where he had been serving as head coach. Fortuin, who proudly wore the green and gold jersey between 2006 and 2007, was remembered as a dedicated player, mentor, and community figure. In a heartfelt statement, the Rhinos described him as not just a coach, but as a pillar of their community. They expressed their grief while paying tribute to his legacy, saying heaven has gained a champion. His contributions, they emphasized, will continue to live on in the club and in the communities of Sitaria and Zonderinde. The Toyota Cheetahs, where he played 79 matches during his career, also released a message of sorrow, remembering him for his talent and his ever-present warm smile. South Africa head coach Rassie Erasmus even shared an old photo of himself with Fortuin, a touching reminder of the bond they shared on the field. For many, his passing has left a void that words can barely capture. Meanwhile, in Wales, the Scarlets are fighting for their very existence in the professional game. The Welsh Rugby Union is currently consulting on a controversial proposal to reduce the country's professional teams from 4 to just 2. And Scarlets have made it clear that the decision could reshape not only their club, but also the landscape of rugby in West Wales. In their statement, the Scarlets highlighted their world-class stadium at Parc Scarlets, their deep history, and their role as a cornerstone of rugby culture in the region. They have launched what they call an open book on their website, inviting fans to share their views, which will then be presented to the WRU. Their plea is simple but urgent. Every voice matters, and supporters are being urged to speak up to safeguard the club's future. With the consultation running until late September, the Scarlets, along with the other regional sides, know they are at a critical moment. And while tragedy and uncertainty mark parts of the rugby landscape, England's Red Roses are keeping their focus firmly on the pitch as they prepare for their World Cup quarter-final against Scotland. The team is treating the match like any other, determined not to let the pressure of knockout rugby overwhelm them. Forwards coach Louis Deacon stressed that their approach has been to stay grounded, sticking to routines and processes that have already brought them 30 consecutive wins. The Red Roses have been boosted by the return of skipper Zoe Aldcroft, whose leadership and standards have been described as transformative in training. However, fullback Ellie Kildunn remains sidelined due to concussion protocols, meaning others will need to step up in her absence. Still, the English camp exudes confidence as they continue their march toward what many expect to be another World Cup final appearance. So today, rugby fans everywhere are reminded of both the fragility of life and the resilience of the game. From the loss of a Springbok legend, to Welsh clubs fighting for their place, to England's women pushing on in their quest for glory, the sport once again shows it carries not just victories and defeats, but stories of heart, heritage, and human spirit.